Well, some scary moments caught on tape. A Lucas County Sheriff's deputy in uniform has a gun pulled on him by a security guard.
And now that security guard faces criminal charges as the deputy tries to wrap his head around almost being killed in what should have been a very basic situation. I-Team reporter Sean Haggerty with the video you'll only see on 13 ABC. Sean.
Yeah, that deputy came here to 4 Seagate to ask a question at the IRS office, a step that almost cost him his life. As Lucas County Sheriff's Deputy Alan Gaston enters the IRS office, he's in full uniform with his badge and his firearm visible. He's on duty May 31st, but says he stopped at the office for a phone number to ask about a letter he got from the IRS. Deputy Gaston says the guard told him he needed to put his gun in his car. Gaston said he couldn't do that. The conversation ends with a gun pointed at the deputy's back. Gaston vividly remembers that moment.
Basically preparing myself to be shot at that moment, bracing for a shot in my back.
The whole thing caught on security camera as the guard follows Deputy Gaston to the elevator with the gun out, and it appears his finger very close to the trigger. The guard then tries to take Gaston into custody, once again with the gun drawn.
There's really no way to know how you're going to act when there's a gun pointed at you and when you think you're going to lose your life.
Gaston works as a defensive tactics instructor. He says he felt the best way to de-escalate this situation was to walk away. Eventually, Toledo police arrived after getting a 911 call.
He's got a gun and he won't leave.
But the caller from inside the IRS office never tells 911 the man with the gun is a uniformed deputy sheriff. Gaston's biggest concern as this incident unfolded were the other people inside the office.
If I'm going to get shot, which I felt like I was, it's not fair. They came there to do their business.
Gaston and his wife have now filed a civil lawsuit against the security guard, Seth Eklund, and the security company, seeking compensation after Gaston allegedly suffered emotional and psychological distress and lost wages. He's currently on medical leave from the Lucas County Sheriff's Department. He has a message for that security guard.
I would say clearly your training is lacking, and the fact that you went from 0 to 100 lethal force is unacceptable.
That security guard, Seth Eklund, is now facing a charge of aggravated menacing. He's due in court next week. We tried to reach out to him today but could not contact him. We also reached out to the IRS for a comment today, but we've not yet heard back. Leanne Diane.